Scott, wanted to get your thoughts and hope you'd comment on the news that we learned over the weekend. Pfizer lobbied successfully, effectively, to ship less vials of the vaccine, in part because, as you know, they discovered that instead of having enough vaccine for 5, there was actually 6 in each vial. They went to the government and said, well, actually, therefore, we're going to ship you less, and if you want more, we're effectively going to charge you more for more if you want more. This was a mistake on Pfizer's part. Why wouldn't they say, okay, we'll do this maybe ongoing in the future, but this is actually retroactive, and I think that there's a lot of Americans that looked at this news and scratched their head about what's going on here.
Well, it's not retroactive, actually. It's only prospective, and I would challenge the word lobbied. The company knew that there were 6 doses in these vials in the summertime, but the studies were done using these vials as 5-dose vials. To actually market them as a 6-dose vial, you would have had to go back and do studies to demonstrate that physicians can reliably extract that 6th dose. That would have taken time. So the decision was made to file as a 5-dose vial with the expectation that the company would come back and file supplements to try to demonstrate that it's really a 6-dose vial. And in fact, they worked with regulators to file those supplements. Those supplements have now been approved in Israel, in Switzerland, in the UK, their regulatory authority, in the EU, their regulatory authority. So FDA was last. Now it's approved as a 6-dose vial in the United States. And so this is only on a go-forward basis that when these vials get shipped, they're going to be accommodated as a 6-dose vial. Look, the bottom line here is that this is a very scarce resource. We need to make sure every dose gets used. The only way to do that is to market this as a vial that has 6 doses and provide the proper equipment to extract that 6th dose, which, in fact, Pfizer is doing. They'll only count this as a 6-dose vial in places where they provide the proper syringes to extract that 6th dose. And the final point I'd make is that if we hadn't done this, I think we'd be having the exact opposite conversation. I think that article could be written in the exact opposite direction, which is, why are you shipping to Japan and Canada and Israel vials that say 5 doses when you know there's 6 doses, when doses are so scarce? Final point I'll make, Andrew, on this is that Pfizer is going to be able to supply 120 million doses now in the first quarter. Previously, it was 100. Of that additional 20 million doses that they'll be able to provide going forward, about 2/3 are accounted for because we're now counting a 5-dose vial as a 6-dose vial and going to make sure people can extract that. But about 1/3 is new manufacturing. So there's actually additional manufacturing that Pfizer is bringing online to provide more supply in the first quarter. So they're going to provide 120 million doses. Now, you said retrospectively. It's not retrospective. So anyone who was able to extract this 6th dose on a vial that's been shipped over the last 2 months, that's going to count as a 5-dose vial, and this 6th dose isn't going to be charged for. At some point, this change was going to be made. We're 2 months into this right now, shipping a vial that we know has 6 doses in it as a 5-dose vial. So at some point, you had to make the accommodation to account properly for the doses.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.